Dean Rees, Mayor at the rural city of Wangaratta. Thank you to our online, semi-online and in our chamber council meeting. I'll ask all councillors and corporate management team here, staff, to speak individually, speak clearly and loudly, and please don't ruffle papers as the sound may come through not correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, this public meeting is being recorded to improve access to the meeting for our community. The recordings will be published and will be retained by Council in accordance with the Council's legal obligations. If you submitted a question, your name and question will be recorded. We will be constantly live streaming. If it breaks, we will break until it's restarted. I wish to begin by acknowledging the Bangarang people as the original inhabitants on whose country we are gathered, pay our respects to their elders, past, present and future, and extend respect to any other First Nation people who may be joining us here today. Would we please stand for the opening prayer? Almighty God, we humbly ask Thee to bless and guide this council in its deliberations so that we may truly preserve the welfare of the people whom we serve. Amen. Thank you everybody for being in attendance. I feel this council meeting will go reasonably quickly as the amount of questions aren't and question time won't be appropriate. We've only got one question at this time. There are no citizenships, and can I have someone move to confirm the minutes from the previous meeting? Councillor Benton, the mover, and Councillor Fuller. If nobody needs to talk on those minutes, Councillor Benton, you're right. Thank you.
I'm right.
Thank you. All those in favour accepting the minutes? The motion is carried. There is no receptions of petitions, a hearing of... Sorry, I'll go back, sorry. We have a conflict of interest with Councillor Fuller at item 14.3. Councillor Fuller.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Declaring a conflict of interest for 14.3 in regards to the Jazz Festival in lieu of the fact that I may not be a councillor at the time of the festival.
Thank you, Councillor Fuller. You're happy to step out of the room while this point's being discussed?
Yes.
Thank you. There's no receptions of petitions, a hearing of deputations. We will hear councillors' reports. So we'll move on to 12.1, amendment to the schedule of council meeting 2020. Thank you, Sarah. Sorry, Brendan. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. This item is bringing the proposed date of the September council meeting forward by 1 day so that it falls outside of the caretaker period and will enable council to consider items that would normally not able to be considered during that period.
There's no questions from the gallery. Any discussion from councillors? The case... Oh, sorry. We better do that. Can I have someone move that motion? Councillor Bustle and a seconder? Councillor Fitzpatrick. Would any councillor like to talk on this motion? Councillor
Yes,
Bustle.
thanks, Mr Mayor. I think it's only fair and reasonable to move it 1 day to fall outside the caretaker period. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Bustle. I'll put the motion to a vote. All those in favour? Thank you. The motion is carried. I'll go on to corporate services and we'll have 13.1. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Mayor Rees. Item 13.1 is the Council Plan Measures and Project Update. This is a standing quarterly report that we provide to Council to report on our progress against the targets and the projects that we were committed to in this case for the fourth quarter of last year's Council Plan revision. And the recommendation is on the screen.